I'm gonna remove the pairs again, so we're recording. Good. So setting up TradingView on the watch list. So once you go over here on the right hand side to the watch list, the first pair is the XY, right? The XY is the dollar index. It basically is the US dollar. It tells you if it's gaining or losing strength. It's just the US dollar itself, right? So I want you guys to choose the TVC one. Right, once you click on that, that shows it there in your watch list. The next one is Euro USD. I want you to choose the Oanda one. Oanda, right? Click on that. The difference is that you will notice that there were many options. And let's say, for example, let's do the next one, which is GBP USD, right? The next pair is GBP USD. You will notice that there are different options here that you can choose from in terms of GBP USD. But notice that over here, there are different people, different things that you're seeing on the right hand side. These are different brokers, right? These are different brokers, right? So based on my research, the one that has the one that is closest to market value, that actually shows you raw market price, is Oanda, and I choose Oanda because we use that to, we'll be using that to get you know, more, I guess for me is just more accuracy with regards to where price truly is, right? That's just me personally, right? So we're choosing Oanda. GBP USD, make sure it's also Oanda. AUD USD is the next pair. Again, Oanda. All of them from now onward will be Oanda. So as I say the pair, click the Oanda option, right? AUD USD Oanda, NZD USD, NZD USD. You know it's Oanda, right? And then we go USD Chef. Oanda again, USD CAD, Oanda, and USD CAD, USD Chef, those are Oanda, USD JPY, Oanda again. So you should have by now the XY, which is TVC, Euro USD, Oanda, GBP USD, Oanda, AUD USD, Oanda, NZD USD, Oanda, USD Chef, Oanda, USD CAD, Oanda, and USD JPY. Right, so everybody should have that. Now I'm not going to put any minor pairs. I'm not going to put any minor pairs right now. I'm going to keep it at major, so everybody should know that the pairs that we just put in are major pairs. Why? They're the most traded currencies in the world paired with the US dollar, right? And at the top of those currencies, we have the DXY, which tells us about the US dollar strength. So now that we are on that topic, on the DXY and the US dollar strength, I'm going to post a picture in the Telegram. That Abel went through. Telegram web. Just gonna share it on this screen while I'm talking through. Right? Everybody should be watching Abel. All right, good. So there's the picture here that I post, right? There's the picture here that I post, right? So remember I said that the DXY is the US dollar currency by itself, right? So using the DXY, you tend to gauge what the pairs are going to do for the week. So DXY, we would say bullish dollar means bullish, as you know, means that the pair is going up. So if the DXY basically is going up, any pair that has a USD at the end goes down. So it goes opposite to the US dollar currency itself. And any pair that has a USD at the front or as the base currency, right, goes up. So you can see that here. So if the DXY is going up, anything that is in front of the US dollar, so that may be Euro USD, GBP USD, and so on, they go opposite to the DXY. So if the DXY is going up, those go down, right? And anything that have the US dollar currency as the base currency, which is the first currency to the left, right, goes in the same direction as the DXY, right? And again, with the DXY, if the DXY is bearish, so if it's going down, if it's selling, anything that is being paired with the US dollar, right, is going to go up because they're moving opposite. And anything where the US dollar is the base currency, which the US dollar is at the front, right, or to the left, is going down. Right, it moves with the US dollar currency. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. I posted that picture instead of the Telegram chat, so you guys should be able to see it. All right, so just gonna run through a few points now on TradingView, just giving you guys an idea of TradingView. So you know that as you go on, you will add pairs to your watch list. So when we go through the minor pairs and so on, we will be adding them here to the watch list. But I'm not going to focus on adding all the pairs right now. What I will do is give you guys the remaining of the list and you will add them yourself. Right? So far I've shown you how to add the major pairs. All right? So the next thing is identifying the tools that you'll be using on TradingView. So on the left-hand side, right, on the left-hand side, we are going to favorite the tools that we'll be using, right, so that you don't need to keep searching for them all the time. All right, so going to the left-hand side, over here, you're going to see a slanted line on the left-hand side. It's called the trend line. I want you to click the arrow next to it. All right, and next to trend line, I want you to click on add to favorites. Right, just want you to click add to favorites, and then you're going to go back again to that arrow next to the trend line, right, and I want you to come down to the horizontal line here, and I want you to click add to favorites. Right, then I want you to come down to the horizontal ray and I want you to put add to favorites. Right, and then I want you to come all the way down to the arrow and I want you to put and click add to favorites next to the arrow as well. Right, so notice what we're doing. You can see that we're creating, if you look on the chart, you will notice that we are creating a panel of the most used, you know, these lines that we'll be using, right? So any of these that we'll be using, you're basically favoriting them so that you can have access to them. You will need to go and search for them or say, where do I find the trend line again? Or where do I find the horizontal line? Or where do I find the horizontal ray? We're basically creating a favorites list so that you will have easy access to them there on the chart. All right, I'm making everything simple for you guys. Any questions so far? Are we good? Are we good? Suzanne says she's good. Monique has a question. Binta says she's good. Shimona says she's good. Monique, quickly before I move on. Jaleesa says she's good. All right. So, which I will answer that in this particular one. This is beginners and I don't want to confuse them, so don't let me answer that question, Money. You can ask me that on the advanced class, right? Perfect. Good. So then we want to, right? We're going to come back here on the left panel and we're still going to look for things that we will constantly be using, right? So I want you to come down to the brush, right? So you come down twice from the trend line. You'll see when once you come down 2 tabs, you'll see the brush. Click on the arrow next to the brush, and I want you to favorite the rectangle. All right. Then I want you to come down from the brush and go to the tab that has the T on it, right? And I want you to favorite the T, which is text, and I want you to favorite call out. Right? You will see call out there. I want you to favorite that. I also want you to come down and I want you to favorite price label. Right? So we're going to favorite price label. Right? I'm going to tell you guys what this means eventually. Right? And then we're going to come down from the T, right, down to this one, 2 tabs under the T that has the arrows going up and down. I want you to favorite long position and short position. I'm going to explain what those mean shortly. All right. And then we're going to come down 2 tabs, right? I don't think we're allowed to set the measure as a favorite. No. So, and then just a brief introduction on this ruler here. This ruler measures your pips. So once you click on the ruler, let's say, for example, we were measuring this entire move here, right? You can start from the top of the move and come down to the bottom of the move, right? And the pips are there. That minus 183 means that this is 183 pips that this trade would have moved, right? We're going to explain that as well. So let's go to a regular pair on the chart. So you can now notice that everything that you click favorites is here in a little panel, right? Nice cute panel. You can just put it wherever you want on the chart. I usually put it at the bottom. You could put it at the top, wherever it's visible for you. You can just scroll and put it where you want to put it. So I'm going to go to your USD. All right. Now, quick one. I want you guys to observe this. Look at your USD. Look at the direction of the trade. Look at the direction of the move here. Right? Look at the trade. I want you to get a good look at it. And now I'm going to go back to DXY. Can somebody tell me? Right? Can somebody tell me if they see what I was talking about earlier? I'm not going to say what it is I was talking about. I just want you to tell me if you see what I was talking about earlier. Jody says she see it. Who else sees it? You know, this is like one of those pictures you see on Facebook when they say, you know, type yes when you see it, but you ain't allowed to say what is you see. Right, this is one of those ones. So I'm gonna do it again, which means that you gotta pay attention. So look at the DXY. Right, just want you to look at the DXY. Right, and now we're gonna look at your USD. Do you see it? 20 people on this call. Talk to me, or I can start removing it off my participants. Do you see it? If you don't see it, say no. Don't be ashamed. If you don't see what it is that everybody else said that they are seeing, just say no. This is all learning. You see it. 20 people on my call, start talking, otherwise they're removing from this class. Did you see it? Don't say yes and follow everybody else. That's how you know what you're talking about, you know. Right? Make sure you see it. Better you see it. Oh, geez, Ryan, I should remove you from this call. I just say that this is one of those pictures where you look at it and the person said, don't say what it is. Just say if you see it or if you don't see it. Yes, Better, of course you see it now. Okay, all right. Good. So y'all should see it, right? So if you didn't see it, what I said or what I sent in the Telegram chat over here, I said we already know the DXY is the US dollar currency itself. So if the US dollar is bullish, means that it's going up. Anything that is going against the US dollar. So if, for example, Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZD USD, they run opposite to the trend of the US dollar index, right? Anything where the US dollar is the base currency, basically, right? They run in the same direction as the US dollar index, right? So if it is USD CAD, USD Chef, USD JPY, they run the same direction as the US dollar index, right? So all of these are tests. Because don't think that I forgot about Jeopardy, you know. It's just that I want to start at the beginning of the month because it didn't make any sense, right? It didn't make any sense that I started this in the middle of the month and they're giving y'all a points-based system, and then at the end of the month, let me say Ryan get all the questions right and they pay his subscription or give him money to put on his trading account or whatever, and then everybody else left out, right? So we started it at the start of November. We are doing trading Jeopardy. And Jeopardy is simply, I am going to every Friday send out a set of questions. More or less, it will be 3 questions. And the person, you're going to run on a points-based system. So let me say that Ryan get all 3 right, and Benta get all 3 right, Shamona get 2 out of 3, and Susan get 2 out of 3, and so on. We're going to tally up those marks all the way down to the last Friday of November, and then at the ending of November, we will declare a winner, right? We will declare a winner, and I will then tell you what your gift is, with the prize, right? If it's a tie, then unfortunately we can go do a tiebreaker, and the tiebreaker will be, you know, a little difficult, so you can get one body to lose and one body to win. But the whole idea, this is to help you if you're trading, is to help you if your knowledge, is to help you to cement the information that I am teaching you. I don't want to be teaching for my health. I hate to repeat myself. So I want to make sure that you guys are actually following and we're learning together and we can make some money. Good. So everybody, if you are in favor of Jeopardy, the prizes are, Susan, don't worry, I'm going to start you out. I'm going to start you out. The prizes are subscription paid for, trading account topped up, different things, vouchers, different stuff that I can be doing, right? So I know that it will help you guys, because I know sometimes you guys could do the help with, you know, the subscription and different stuff. So this is really me just giving back to you guys. And in return, I want to know that you guys are actually applying the knowledge that I'm giving you, and I'm not talking for my health every single week, right? So all you gotta do is learn the word, right? when the monthly jeopardy, don't let Ryan carry away everything. Obviously, gonna make sure that there are different stages, because they can't let Ryan come and participate in the beginners one, and then he get his subscription paid for the next 6 months, or he get his trading account topped up for the next 6 months. I won't do that to y'all beginners. All right. Right? Because then Ryan, his whole family know the great and got an MBA, a massive bank account. Good. So now that we are here, right? So we understand we've done the basics to TradingView. There's just one more thing I want to run through before I say that week 1 is finished. So the last thing that I really want to go through, right, is the top panel here. So on the top panel, you will see the pair that you're actually focusing on the chart. So if you click your USD up here, it will show your USD, right? Next to that, you will see it could be H1, it could be any, these are the time frames. Once you click, mine is D. Once you click here, you get all the time frames that, you know, we'll be focusing on. If you hear me say that I only 4 hour, you know to click it 4 hours. If you hear me say that I only 1 hour, you know to click 1 hours, right? So what you can do on here as well is that you can favorite the ones that you know that I am going to use, right? So you can favorite daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, right? 30 minute and 15 minute. And once you click the favorite of the time frames, then they show up right here. So you have easy access to them right here. You won't have to go through the drop down list, right? So you're just favoriting the ones that we will constantly be using, right? So next to that, you have some candles. You can see some candles here. This allows you to change the chart based on what you may like, right? So I usually tell the team stick to candles because I'm going to teach candlestick pattern and raw candle and raw chart analysis. So you see that over here, candles. But if you ever hear me talking about Heikinashi candles, you know to come to the candle tab and click on Heikinashi, and it will explain what Heikinashi does. If you ever hear me talk about the line chart, you know to click candles and come down here to line, and you will click on that. So like for example, if you click line chart now, notice that the trends actually become a line rather than candlesticks, right? So we're gonna go back and put that as candles, but everybody's one should be candles, right? Now, most important thing here on the left, because you're gonna need to use it, so make sure you on the right side you're gonna need to use it. So once you come to the right hand side, I want you to get familiar with this thing that looks like a camera, right? You're gonna click on it. When you hear quote says, all right guys, so for this week's task, I want you to show me, I want everybody to post their homework on your USD in the Telegram group. You're gonna do whatever I said to do on the chart, and then you're gonna come and click the camera button, take a snapshot, right? And it comes with the URL here, or you could save the image, right? If you have Telegram web on your laptop, it may be easy for you to just save the image and drag and drop it in the Telegram chat. If you're going to use it on your phone, then it may be wise for you to just copy and paste the link. But guys, utilize the devices around you. If you know that you're using your laptop, you don't necessarily need to have your phone unless you're in a public place where people likely to pass your laptop. When I have my laptop, when I'm focused on my laptop and I'm doing trading, I just have my Telegram web on my Internet Explorer on my laptop, and I have my WhatsApp web. Now I don't need to be looking at 3 or 4 or 5 different devices, and it makes it easy for me because if I hear focus on my chart, I could easily save the image, go to the Telegram web, and drop the picture in there, and then come back to my chart. So I am completely focused on my laptop, right? So try to be smart. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart, right? Cut the learning curve in half. This thing about getting the link and then you gotta type out the link on your phone and none this is long things. We ain't got no time for that, right? Get Telegram Web. All you need to do is search for Telegram Web on Google and it comes up for you. And search for web, WhatsApp Web, if you know using WhatsApp, whatever. Search for it on Google as well, and it asks you to put in a barcode and so on. Utilize the devices, guys, right? Utilize the technology. So, as I said, get familiar with this camera button, because when I send out something like show me support and resistance on your USD on the daily time frame, you're gonna have to do the homework and then click on the camera button, take a snapshot, and you're gonna have to put it in the group chat, right? You can ask the others, the advanced people in my group chat. When they're moving from beginners to advanced, they have to do a lot of this type of chart analysis and show me so that I know that you're getting things done. This is the only way you can be able to track your progress. There's not a matter of laughing at anybody or feeling embarrassed or you thinking that your work can be different to somebody else. Ain't nothing so in my chat. In my channel is nothing like that, right? We are all one family in my chat, right? One team, one dream. We all becoming millionaires together. I ain't leaving nobody behind. I ain't leaving the money on the table, right? So we all learning together. If you get it wrong 5 times, the whole team gonna be celebrating your success the week that you get it right. That's how we work together, right? It's not about looking and saying, man, that body always doing this or them always asking questions. If you got questions to ask as much as possible, right? Because this is about your growth and it helping you to reach the top, right? Too many people at the bottom. You understand? Too many people at the bottom. We need to get her to the top. Good. So going on now into week 2, right? This is gonna be nice and easy now that we understand how to get around the basics of TradingView, right? Now, week 2 is to understand the 3 market movements, right? And some of you, majority of you should already know this if you were on my online course. We have an uptrend, right? Higher mountain tops and higher valleys, right? You got a downtrend, lower mountain tops, and lower valley, and then you have a range price flat and moving sideways. I can just say price flat, right? I will explain what price being flat means. Good. That's a note. Make it a little smaller. Right? 3 market movements. Uptrends, downtrends, range. Right? So let's look for our uptrend. So uptrends, we said, are higher mountain tops, higher valleys, right? So you can see how in this uptrend, everybody should be able to identify that this is an uptrend. We got the mountain tops getting higher all the time. Mountain tops higher, 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 and going higher all the time, right? Valleys getting higher as we go up as well. So everybody should be able to understand and see how this is a uptrend, right? Everybody should be able to tell how this is an uptrend. Right? Good. So to identify uptrend, you need to draw the trend line under the valleys, not over the mountain tops. uptrend, you're drawing the trend line. Remember your trend line here, the sign thing. Draw it from one valley to the next, and you're drawing it under the valleys. So please do not go through any candles, right? So you can rest that one there. You're not going through any candles. You're just getting a touch of the candle body, right? Or the wicks. So notice how I touch here, and notice how I touch there. I am not going through the candlestick bodies. Right? That's the uptrend. The range. Utilizing your horizontal line. Right? Your range, as we say, price is flat. Right? So everybody should be able to see how I have identified how price is basically flat, moving in between these two price points. Right? Everybody should be able to see that. And then it even gets smaller once we get here and we get here. Right? Everybody should be able to see this range. Price is basically flat, moving in between these price points, right? We don't have no higher mountain tops, no higher valleys, no lower mountain tops, no lower valleys. They're basically flattening out. Right? That's a range. Downtrend, right? You're using the trend line again. This toss, right? The trend line is going to be on over the mountain tops. Something like this. Right? We do it like this. Something like this. Right? Or even in here, you will be able to measure them and so on, not going through any candlesticks, but you just want to get a few touches of the trend line. Right? But the trend line, you are going above the mountain tops for the downtrend. For the uptrend, you're below the valleys, right? For the downtrend, you're above the mountain tops. So to identify trends and ranges, you need a trend line. To identify trends and to identify ranges, you need a horizontal line. All of these are over here in your little favorites panel, right? First one is a trend line. So to identify the uptrend, you're drawing from one valley to the next valley, right? To identify a downtrend, you're going from one mountain top to the next mountain top, right? You want to at least get 2 touches. So you got 1 touch here where we started and the next touch down here, right? You want to at least get 2 touches. This one started to move away, but this is also a downtrend as well, because I could take a trend line from here and get a few touches of the mountain tops down here and so on. Right? But you will learn where to exactly place your trend lines in order to trade with. Right now, we just want to identify the trend movements. The trend movements are simply you're using the horizontal lines for ranges, right? And you're using the uptrends and downtrend, the trend lines to identify uptrends and downtrends, right? Trend lines on the valleys for uptrend, trend lines above mountain tops for downtrends. Right? So, are we good? Are we good? Good. So, to finish off, the beginner's call. I want you guys next week, when you come to class, you must have your major pairs along with the DXY and your watch list, right? You must have your charts clean. There should be no volume and all the different things that were removed off of the charts at the beginning of the call. That should be gone, right? And you should be able to demonstrate an uptrend a downtrend, and range is using trend lines and horizontal lines next week. So entry to my class is first you're going to show me the trading view with the pairs in the watch list. That's the entry to the class. Must have trading view set up, watch list, the pairs on the right hand side. Don't do like some of my other students that was harder in the beginning. From the time I said, if you don't got your charts drawn up, don't come to my class. Guess what? The class was scanty. Don't let that be you. Right? Don't let that be you. This is to encourage you to get the job done. Right? I don't want you guys to be paying for a subscription after month 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And then months we want to be making money. So the quicker you grasp this information, the quicker you can start making some money, the faster it is for you to get rid of them monthly subscriptions and start paying for them using profits. Or by that time, you could even get 2 and free. So we need to understand this in order to be able to even mentor a friend, or in order to be able to make some profits to pay for our monthly subscription. So get your homework done. Encourage your peers and the people inside of the team to get the job done. Don't let nobody stop your progress, because if somebody decide that them is doing the work, 2 and 3 people come into the class and them got the work done, guess what it does? It pulls up the class, and then we start to slow down and all of that. We don't want that, right? So everybody make sure that you do what I ask for you to do. The quicker we can get through this, the faster you will be in the advanced class, the quicker you could be making $1,000 and so on, right? So guys and gals,